Hey Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to FM21 Zero to Hero. It's episode 18. Ball goes out right after kickoff on this one, and we're setting off on a very, very important match if we want any hope of actually winning the league this season. There are 3 matches left to play. This is the first of those 3. And the opponent, Kettering, is the league leader. We are currently 3rd. We're 5 points behind. This is a must win if we're going to have any chance of winning the league. Even with the win, it's in no way, shape, or form guaranteed because we'll still be 2 points behind. But a loss, oh, that was over. That was net. That came off the net, not the post. That came off the net. How is that not a goal? That hit the inside of the net, just inside the post, and then came back out, but it was in. We're up 1-0. Ay. Well, there's our 1-0 anyway. Barreto off the free kick from Fielskelnis. Should be 2-0. I can't believe that one wasn't called a goal. It didn't hit the post. It hit the net, and then came back out across the line. Tunnicliffe with the free kick here. Tunnicliffe getting the start today as we are still down a man. Ando. I've got Ando on the bench. He's available for up to 75 minutes, but he's coming off an injury. And in half an hour into this one, we are absolutely dominating Kettering. Should be up 2-0. I cannot believe that did not get called. I'll move on. I'll stop mentioning that. But man, oh man, that was infuriating that we didn't get that one. Barbados, nice control there. Lays it off for Barreto. Barreto kind of gets the ball caught at his feet. And the standing tackle takes him down and gets it. And here's a chance, and it's 2. Barbados. 22nd goal of the season. I was noticing in stat comparisons, ratings, goals, assists. Obviously, that was very nearly. That hit the same spot where the other one hit, but this one bounced further back into the net instead of coming off the post. It caught a little piece of the post. Ooh, it was just wide. Approaching halftime here, and we're at that 2-0 mark. We're going to need a strong second half as well. If it was 3-0, I'd be pretty confident. It was a good-looking ball, but it gets picked off. Here's Jameson. Anyway, through some stat comparisons, the weakness of Jameson. Jameson is our weakest player of the starting 11 in terms of rating, but he's a good offensive player. He's just no help defensively. He's not very physical, but he's got good attacking skills, and he gets results, and they grab one before halftime, seemingly out of nowhere, as we were in total domination. This is one possession that they've seen, and they seem to be doing well with it and had it covered, but then they lay one off to the outside, and we're there. Nobody can get there and head that away. I've got 4 guys right there in the area, and none of them challenged in the air for that one. And all of a sudden, a dominating first half is suddenly a tight contest with Kettering having some momentum. You can see XG-wise, we're right on top of each other. So, yeah, it's suddenly a tight contest. Very, very suddenly. Big goal for them on that one, and we've got a lot of work still to do. Anyway, direct comparison: Barreto, Jameson, Fielskelnis. Sorry, not Barreto. Barbados, our top 3. Okay. Jameson is clearly inferior when it comes to capability as a player, current ability. But he's well shaped as an offensive player, and that is his primary role for us. It is the gegenpress. I'd love to have somebody who was a little more physical, a little faster, more defensive. But looking at our other options, the entire squad down to the U18s really only has about 2 guys that are suitable right wingers, and in both cases they have him beat handily in the physicals, in the speed department, and so on. And yet both of them lack the actual attacking prowess. They're better players on paper, but they still lack the attacking prowess. So Jameson kind of hangs on for now. But it is really starting to show that Jameson is now out of his depth. This level is a bit too high for Jameson to be in that position. And his attacking strength, he's got like 16 goals and 15 assists on the season, which is good. It's absolutely good. There's nothing bad about that. Let's go with the pat on the back, but I am worried about the second half coming up. Anyway, Jameson, if we are promoted this season, his weaknesses are only going to be exploited even further than they are. So we are going to have to start giving his position, his playing time to these more capable guys who have much higher potential. Jameson's already nearly at his potential. McMenemy, I was going to say nearly gets his second, and then all of a sudden he does. And this is them just fighting for the ball. I mean, this is them just pouncing on it. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. They move into position and attack the ball where all but one of our guys is freaking standing still. Demand more after that, because here goes McEnemy does it again. So a little demand more. Let's hope that gets. Jameson's not happy. Skelness is not happy. Everybody else is happy. Williams, okay, we got a few guys that did not react terribly well to that one. But time's running out, and this is all them in this half. All of them. So we go from totally dominating, and that's what I said at halftime, or approaching halftime, when they got that goal. It totally changed the landscape of this game. We have to stay on attacking, yet we're not getting anywhere in this half. Subs maybe in order. We got some fatigue. The morale part's kind of fixed itself. I don't really have any proper subs right now to put in. Jameson's the one I'd like to bring off, but that's our problem. We don't have any proper replacement. Sharples is not a replacement. Fenton's actually one of the guys, I'd say he's about 3rd on that list. If we swap Fenton and Barbados, can we... Jameson has not done anything today, so we'll give Fenton a chance here in the closing minutes. Barbados was having a wonderful game. Why is he suddenly down to a 6.9 from a 7.4? Time's running out. A draw is not going to be enough, but it's looking more likely that they are going to score than us. Williams, good chest ball to get control of that one and get possession. Fenton, nice ball there from Fenton. Holmes, here's Barreto. Barreto outside to Bridges. Bridges, lots of space, brings it up towards corner, but lays it off for Tunnicliffe. Inside to Holmes. Tunnicliffe's pass is picked off, and Leggett is off and running. Williams, ooh, I think he took the man out there. I think we're lucky to get away without a penalty. That's disallowed for offside, and so lucky because it's stoppage time. A draw here is almost the same thing, though, as a loss. This is not good for us. Time's up. And like I said, they're the ones who looked like scoring that second half, and did. They got the only goal of the half, but they absolutely manhandled us that half. We only had a few shot attempts, and none of them were even highlights. So lucky that was flagged for offside, giving us a tiny chance still on the season. But I think our league win is now out of reach. I guess we'll give them the pat on the back for not losing. Can't demand everything of these guys. All right, so we stay 5 points back. Now just 2 to play, meaning we've really got to win out. We're 6 points ahead of South Shields. So we are looking very much like promotion playoffs is coming our way. 6 here. That's a lot of teams. They've changed the way that this is done from what it was a couple seasons ago. So in real life, so I think there's relegation versus promotion teams involved together on who's going to play up the next season. Remember, we're going from the last 2 divisions where it goes into a single division from there on up the rest of the ladder. Boston United still ahead of us by 2 goals. We have a slight advantage in goal differential with 2 to play. I've got a lot of expiring contracts in the staff, and breaking it down, our head of youth development was a massive improvement on where we were, but it's been a couple seasons since we've signed him. Our reputation has built since then, and breaking it down, he was like a 10, 13 or something like that, with a 14 on working with youngsters. Alex Rodman here is not a massive jump from where that was, but there's a couple things that really, really give him a bigger edge. One, fairly professional on the personality, so he's going to help bring in players that are already professional. And then gegenpress tactical style, so he's going to start bringing players that actually fit the system instead of having a bunch of guys who are playing the wrong positions. They might have quality, but they're playing the wrong positions, and then they end up having to play out of position, or we have to retrain them. Alex Rodman is a much better fit, so I'm going to see if we can bring him in as our head of youth development. 36,000 is quite a drop from where he is. I don't think he's going to accept that. He does not. We're going to have to add a clause of some kind. Contract extension. There you go. How about that one? Do you like that? Okay, we're getting closer. He did like the contract extension. Okay, how about a bonus? League. Bonus for the league. Excludes current season. There you go. How about we get there this way? All right, that works. So there is our replacement as head of youth development. And you can see what we had in Gasson. 15 on the potential is similar, but the ability definitely better. So that brings you in guys that are a little further along. It's not an exact fit, but the potential piece impacts the potential on what they get. It raises your average a little bit based on their average. Same with the ability. So meaning the player ability only being a 10 means their current ability is actually a bit lower than what it could be on the players coming in. Meaning our new man could bring in players that are a little better off already as they're coming out of that academy program. The working with youngsters is a similar number, but the big thing here is the personality and the coaching style. Getting that gegenpress is going to be really, really important for us. We just did a new contract for Oldfield. He'll sign that in the coming days. But you can see right now all but one coach has an expiring contract, so I'm going to have to look through and see who to replace. Right now, it's a good coaching staff. There's nothing wrong with our coaching staff currently. We've made some serious upgrades to that, but we kept a few guys around that might not be the best right now. We might be able to find better, like, say, Harding. Can we get somebody who's better than 8s and 10s? For goalkeeping, possibly by now, and so I'll take a look before we re-sign guys like this, and see what we can do to improve the coaching staff going forward. Good news, bad news. After the penultimate game of the season has taken place, we claim victory, and Boston United has lost their match, so we've moved up to second place in the league. We also have a 6-goal advantage over them, 1 point ahead. Things are looking good on that front of potentially taking the top spot in the playoff, promotion playoff. Unfortunately, Kettering has also won, and with a 5-point advantage and only 1 to play, that means they've won the league. So our lack of ability to grab the win, right, it would have held them to 82 points. We would be sitting on actually 81s. So we'd have a real shot here. We'd be 1 point back. So those 2 points either way really, really having an impact. Unfortunately, it's out of reach. So no league win again for the second season in a row. And we're going to have to try to go up via promotion playoff. And that's easier said than done at this level where there are so many teams involved in the promotion playoff. That really could go any number of ways. So difficult task, and we'll do what we can with it. This game, for me anyway, has a tendency to, you could play really well all season, but you get down to the final few games and a chance to clinch, or you get into promotion playoffs. The more games you have to play, the more opportunities there are to go out there and be literally the worst game you see all season, especially if you play every single match of a season, not just a few, but go out there and massively underperform when the stress, the pressure of a situation like this one exists, and yet the other team that has that same pressure on them and should ultimately be in a similar position, they perform mightily and don't seem to have the issues. So that's been a regular thing, meaning I'm a little worried about our chances of going up this season, even if we might be the top seed entering the promotion playoff. Just one to play, and we're not going to win the league, and it doesn't necessarily matter if we have that top spot or not. So we'll go ahead and quick sim that one as well. It was a nice victory, 2-1 on the road against a good side. Final goal was at the 48th. Both goals from Fjellskelnes. They bounced immediately back. Linton getting one just a few minutes after we scored the initial. Possession similar to where we're at. Shots were pretty similar, so getting that win is hard fought, difficult. But Kettering, crown champions, so no championship this season. Final match of the regular season, we go on to win 6-1. Fjellskelnes gets 4 goals on 4 shots on target. That's incredible, and that, of course, then secures second place in the league. Kettering also went on to win, so we never did close that gap. So even if we had beaten Kettering instead of drawn with them, they still would have gone on to win the league, at least based on the results that followed. So Kettering finishes with 87 points. They are promoted. They are champions. We still have a promotion playoff to go through. South Shields, Chorley, Scarborough Athletic, AFC Telford, all playing in this first round of promotion playoffs. It looks like the 2 winners will then go on to take on Boston United and us, not a relegation team. Now, on paper, that should give us either Chorley or Scarborough Athletic. A good little drop to that tier, to that level. But Chorley, it's a team to watch out for. They've only lost 7 matches. That's actually one fewer than we've lost this season. Plus 23 on goal differential. It's a good team that just doesn't quite know how to win. But they know how to not lose, and that's going to be pretty important. Fjellskelnes' 4 goals there bumped him to second in the league with 33 on the season, 7.58 rating on the season. We weren't top. Godfrey dominated at times. McMenemy, who beat us in the Kettering match with both of their goals there, also one of the top players in the league. We were certainly good, but we had 2 bad stretches this season, just 2. Fell apart at the seams early on, struggled to a mid-table start before we finally got out of that slump and got things going, and then absolutely just dominated from there, jumping towards the top of the league, and then a single loss, and we fell apart for almost a month after that, struggling through, taking 2 or 3 losses and a couple draws and maybe only just 1 win, if any, during that stretch until we finally got the motors turning again. But it wasn't 3 losses into that. It was that very first game that we lost after 16, 17 straight without a loss that the media turned on us, and the team's morale just dropped instantly. And I know I keep mentioning that here lately, but it does drive me nuts that this game does that. That you can literally go half a season without a single loss, and then, oops, one loss on the road by a single goal, and all of a sudden the team is like, oh no, we're so horrible. What's happened? Seriously? I mean, come on. Who? I mean, you know, if one player out of 11 was upset, I could understand that. But, just so infuriating that this game does that. Anyway, that's what cost us this season. Otherwise, we win the league. After Chorley and South Shields both take care of business in the first round, Chorley was 4-0, looking really strong. South Shields is ahead of them in the standings. They have more points. Now, on paper, they actually look like the team I'd rather be playing. They're only a plus 13. They've had 10 losses. Yes, they've scored more points. They've won more matches, but they do look like a better fit for us. I mean, we have a plus 30 goal advantage compared to them. Considering we're the second place team and they're the fourth place team, while Chorley is fifth, based on the matchups, you would expect that that's who we get is Chorley. It's not. We're going to play South Shields in the semifinal. Don't ask me how that happened, why that happened, but that's what happened, and we're going to play South Shields in a way that's better than playing Chorley. Chorley looks like the team capable of doing a bit more. Promotion playoff semifinal, not first leg. That first round was equivalent of first leg, so they've got to play two. We only have to play one. Jameson called on the foul on that one for the push to try to get some space to get the opening shot of the match, but we do get it a short while later. So far, we're grabbing all the possession and showing ourselves to be well up to the game. But 8 minutes in, things are going to start to settle down a little bit. Simpson heads that one away. Barbados lays it off for Barreto. Reset. And good turn from Fieldskelnis. Great first touch there. Adam Elliott now lays it off for Holmes. Barreto back to home. Back and forth here. Barbados, Barreto, Elliott. These guys moving the ball, trying to keep away. Defense keeping pressure on, but we're still moving it well. Try to get it to the other side. Tunnicliffe over the top to Barbados, and he gets the goal. 24th of the season. Great run, perfectly timed, really nice, simple ball over the top of the D, and just perfect run from Barbados. Read very nicely, really nice first touch too. And then he gets some space, kind of flashes across goal, knowing he's got a little bit of time there. Doesn't overreact, doesn't rush, and we lead 1-0. Winner takes all on this one, as there is no second leg. Just a reminder on that part. Here's Holmes. Out to Bridges. Can we make it two early on? Barreto takes the shot. That's a poor chance there. I don't like those kind of shots. Not unless you're at the highest level anyway. 4-1 on the shots so far. 63% possession now that things have settled down. Half an hour in, and that all over the place. Ping-pongs around, but it keeps falling to the feet over and over again to them. So unlucky on our part that happened. I mean, we block it off the line, and then it just kind of ping-pongs around, and Adam Williams is there to just tap it in. So lucky that came to him, but it does come to him, and we might be a little unlucky on that one, but it's 1-1. And they are playing themselves into this a little bit more, up to 3 chances now, though that was 2 of the chances right there on the goal. Their XG is somehow higher than ours, and we have gone silent since then. Barreto, Jameson, both struggling. Fieldskelnis has not gotten going yet. Pressure getting to a couple players, but most of them keeping a nice calm head. Nice tackle there from Elliott, though it's out for the throw. Barreto on just a 6.3. And he's one of the nervous ones. So is Jameson. Have to watch out for those guys. I'm totally on board with subbing out Jameson. His morale's getting actually even worse here, so all the more reason to probably make a move on that one. Here's Simpson laying it off for Aspinall as we take over possession. Out to Bridges. Start play down the wing. Nice ball ahead. Fieldskelnis. Good control. Goes for goal on that one. Turned away from goal. Well outside of the box. Does not get good control on that. He does get some power on it, but he sends it very high, very wide. All right, Jameson. You are the man to bring off. Fenton we're going to bring on, and that means we're going to need to swap Fenton and Barbados. I'm over Jameson. He has really struggled this season, and I think we're forced into a move next season, whether we're in this division or whether we're up a division. And if we're up a division, no doubt about it. This division, I think it's time to get somebody else developed. Wow, look at all those yellow cards. Here's Fenton over the top. Nice control. Gets Fieldskelnis, but we can't get beyond the defensive line. And now time is running a little short. Let's go ahead and slow things down a little bit. There's Williams out to Barbados. Nice ball there. Barbados holds up. Waits for some help. There's Tunnicliffe up to Bridges on the overlap. Bridges lays it off for Tunnicliffe. Finds Barbados. Barbados cuts inside. Gets a little space. That's a better shot to go for. A, he's in the box. B, it looked like he had the far post available to him, but it looked like the shot was going near post, and that's why it was blocked. 13-3 on the shots. They have not had a single shot this half. I'm liking our chances of grabbing a winner. Oh, Fieldskelnis nearly gets it. Forces a good save from the keeper, and it's out for the corner kick. 83rd minute. That one doesn't find a teammate. I'm worried about all the yellow cards. That's what could hurt us at this point. Elliott over to Fenton. Fenton, ball doesn't get to him. Defense clears it away. Barreto still struggling. I have actually a really good sub for you, please. Ando. Let's swap Holmes and Ando. So we'll do a little tactical swap here, and Ando back into the defensive mid spot, and Holmes gives us a little more attacking presence for the late parts of this game. All right, Tunnicliffe lays it off for Bridges. We're taking our chances on that yellow card part. Go big or go home. Simpson. His header goes straight back to South Shields, who almost created a chance out of that one. That ball was cleared away from the box, but Barbados off to the races. He's going to keep going. He flashes that one across goal, but it's headed away. He's going to get a second chance, and that's blocked. Another one. Nice ball there. Lucky to be onside. Bridges finding Barbados really well. Here's another chance. He's got more space. Fieldskelnis has to come across the defender to get to that one. It looks like he might have taken some contact as he went for the header, and he heads it over the line. And we're celebrating. Why are we celebrating? That's not over, right? Yeah, there we go. Extra time kickoff. I was gonna say, there's no way that we go through on 1-1. Not happening. It's got to either come down to penalties or at least extra time, and it's heading to extra time. They did nothing in the second half. In fact, they did nothing in the first half besides one ping pong moment. So can we win this game? We have everything left to do. We've got 4 yellow cards, though. That's a little worrying, but pump fists, better team. Come on now. All right, more guys are motivated. Barreto, okay, he's been subbed off. Jameson, okay, so everybody is motivated. Fenton is motivated. The only one who didn't pick up anything is Ando. He's composed. Good start to the extra time. All right, we kick off. Ando, Simpson, out to Barbados. Lots of space for him. What can he do with it? He's got the overlap. He's got Bridges. There's Bridges. Bridges, the cross doesn't quite get to Holmes. And I think we're going to recover that ball. And that's the end of the highlight, though. Uh-oh. Bridges giving a warning. any talking to from the ref is scary right now, as that goes so close. They win that header, and that was their first shot in almost an hour. Aspinall, nice aggressive play to get to that ball. Here we go. Williams, long ball ahead to no one. Barbados, nice one there. And Fjellskelnis, through 2 defenders, is able to come away with, oh, man. Oh, Elliott does not get there. Oh, no, that would have been Fenton. Here's Elliott now. Elliott, nice ball ahead. Too long on that one. Elliott is, we're missing our guy there who was one of the ones who was sold. Here's Bridges. Elliott struggled. He's developing, but he's got a long ways to go. Barbados gets this ball. Oh, off the post. And there it is. Andy Fenton, his first goal, pounces on the rebound and puts it into the back of the net. And that was a tough play, too. Oh, my goodness. Barbados. Great play there. So unlucky not to get the goal. Fjellskelnis tries so hard to pounce on that ball. Defense just getting a foot to kind of knock it away a little bit, but then it goes right to Fenton, and we lead nearing the halfway point. Here's Holmes. Holmes starts counter. He's got Fjellskelnis behind the D, but onside. Here's the layoff for Barbados. Oh, it's blocked. Should have done better. Aggressive play, both players there, and they keep possession. Approaching that halftime, and there it is. 15 to go. 15 to go. We've got the lead. It's been all us outside of that single shot since before halftime. We've got some fatigue. We've got some yellow cards. We've got some work to do. Now our mentality has been attacking. We're gonna swap that to probably balanced for the second half here, as we don't need a goal, but we also don't need to suddenly open things up for them. Nobody is playing poorly right now, but there's definitely some fatigue and some yellow cards. That's the biggest concern going forward. And if we take our foot off the gas too much when they're obviously going to be desperate. All right. First change. Let's go balanced. And we're going to... No, not yet. 15 minutes. We're going to start wasting time a little bit. Just a little. We're going to keep up our tempo, though. We have one sub left. I don't know who to make that with, so right now we'll hang on to that. Ooh. There, Fenton. Looks like he committed a foul there and had a bit of a hold. Our man was easily about to get to that ball, and he kind of grabbed and was pulled back a little bit, or so it looked. Nice ball over the top, Bridgman. We recover well, block it, but they're still attacking here. You see just how desperate they suddenly are. They are going very, very attacking now. This could give us that opportunity to nail them on the counter. Fjellskelnis for a goal to seal this one. He has not scored today, but he's got a 7.3 rating. Can he seal this thing? 5 minutes in already. 10 minutes to go. Tunnicliffe, nice interception there. Lays it off for Fjellskelnis. Way to find Barbados. Barbados just kicks it away. Oh, whoa. That was time. That was time. Where did the 10 minutes go? The 10 minutes are gone. It's done. We have won. Whoo, in extra time. And it was Andy Fenton off the bench with his first goal to take the win. Man, oh man, that was an exciting match, and we are into the final. But that's all the time that I have for this one. So we're going to have to see that final next time and then push on to our new season in the same division or moving up. We'll find out. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.